Farina doesn't sing this song on American Idol.
She really should. She would be so perfect doing any Stevie Wonder, I think.
No, because the only Stevie Wonder they do is the really bad stuff. There's plenty of bad Stevie Wonder, but this song is great.
As long as she doesn't do that calendar song where he goes through the months just calling to say he loved you.
Look, the whole Sunshine in My Life, there's bad songs in there, believe me. But not this song. Did you watch the replay last night? Did you TiVo American Idol and see Paula and the dog crying and holding each other?
Yeah, when LaToya went out.
Yeah.
Paula crying an awful lot this season.
Well, it's hard, man, when you're that roofed up to really keep the emotions in check.
She's on her thumb pills. Her thumb hurts, and she needs her thumb pills.
She's on soul pills. Although, the Vote That Girl Off just shows you how stupid that whole show is. Stupid, racist, stupid show.
It's the BCS. It's a horrible system to try to decide a winner.
You think Farina's going to win?
Yeah, I think so. It's Fantasia.
I think they're going to give it a little fat Diana DeGarmo. Because she's like every white girl.
She drives me nuts. She's so Clay Aiken to me.
Look, he's the big hit. That's what the world likes. Listen to this song. This song's so great. I wish I could get a hold of that Farina and tell her I'll be picking your songs out. So you're not doing Bonnie Tyler's Holding Out for a Hero. I need a spy report on this, too, Fez. Missed this late last night.
Spy report.
Apparently, during the Jimmy Kimmel show that comes on at 12 o'clock at night, Jimmy's doing his show. His face starts to blow up, and his eyes are shutting. His voice is all raspy. They end up having to rush him to the hospital. Because he had some kind of allergic reaction. I'm seeing the picture here on Drudge Report. So anybody that saw that Jimmy Kimmel last night, give us a spy report, 866-277-4969.
Spy report.
Look at the pictures on Drudge, Fez. It's Jimmy Kimmel with an allergic reaction. It's Harvey Weinstein, whose face is all blown up, and then Lindy England, the Butterface girl.
There they are, the axis of evil.
Yeah. The axis of puffy heads. Just puffy faces.
Lindy England's puffing up a little bit, but she's looking more and more like Kermit the Frog.
What could this Jimmy Kimmel have taken that got him so sick?
It makes me wonder if there was some sort of buffet, some catering before the show started for the guests, and he got into some shrimp or shellfish.
Shellfish will do that to you?
Shellfish will blow you up.
I think the only time I've ever had an allergic reaction, I took something called Benadryl. I don't know what it's for. I think my head was stopped up.
I think it's for allergic reactions.
Well, how could it be for allergic reactions?
The Benadryl.
Yeah.
But, yeah, people can have a bad reaction to that as well.
To what, Benadryl? Or I don't think I would have had it because I don't really have allergies. I don't know why I ended up taking it. But I'm sitting there going, man, all the drugs I've done in my life, and I'm fine with it. And then here I am taking something over the counter, and it's making me sick. Have you ever had an allergic reaction?
One time when I was a kid, I had a strawberry ice cream soda. And whatever the...
Wow, how macho. You sitting down with a nice strawberry ice cream soda.
Me and Jughead and Big Ethel. And when I finished it, about 20 minutes later, I got a nasty, sharp stomach ache. Yeah. And by the time I got home, I was covered head to toe in hives. I mean, they were everywhere. They started on my neck, on my arms, in between my fingers, down my legs, across my assy.
Why are you saying assy? You're a grown man. Have you had that reaction since?
Never that bad. I've had reactions since then. Not that where I get hives, but not completely covered like that.
I would love to get you a strawberry soda because I would love to see this take place.
I've had radishes do it to me before. Like if there's some radish in a salad or something. That's why I try to stay away from salads.
You stay away from greens.
I eat healthy.
Yeah, I know you do.
And stay away from the radishes.
I know a lot of kids can't handle peanuts, believe it or not. And I was reading something about this. They won't even put peanuts in cookies in school anymore because so many kids have their reactions are so bad a kid could die from a peanut.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of snacks that I think if they even use peanut oil, not whole peanuts, they got to put it on the label.
Yeah, that's a good point, that these people have to look out for peanut oil, which used to be a staple in this country. Now, why would kids start getting allergic now when their parents and grandparents weren't allergic to peanuts? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know where that would come from. A friend of mine, their baby was allergic to rice. And that was in all kinds of, like baby foods.
What if the baby was born in China? He'd die.
Yeah, there'd be nothing. Nothing. Even the noodles, the lo mein, would probably still get to him one way or another.
Yeah, because you're just around rice all the time. All right, here comes Wendell with the sad story.
Hey.
Wendell, what are you allergic to?
String beans.
String beans?
Yeah. When I snap beans, where the juice gets on my arms and stuff, on the underside of my arms, I'll get little red welts.
So you can't even be touched by it?
It's that and certain fruits.
What fruits?
Richard Simmons.
Like watermelon, melons, cantaloupe.
Fez bothering you at all? So you really you've never stopped by like one of those corner places at the farmer's market. It's string beans, it's melons, it's cantaloupe, anything that's summery and good.
Yeah, kills me.
Yeah.
What just string beans or other kind of beans?
That's the only thing I really noticed. Sometimes cutting grass, I'll get the same thing.
Yeah, I tried to pull that gimmick with my father when I was a kid. I can't breathe. I'm trying to do it.
And jelly beans. He has trouble with those, too.
Here's Michelle. Michelle, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello. I wanted to share my experience with food poisoning with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know how it's late at night and you go to the fridge, and if you're not really awake, you don't notice certain things in the fridge. And I took out some soup that must have been old, had a film on it. And basically 911, an ambulance had to be dispatched because I had trouble breathing. And inside the ambulance, they'd noticed, just like Fezzy mentioned, the welts or the rash or whatnot came to the skin after he had a strawberry cream soda. There was like vesicular action going on inside my vascular system where everything venous exploded, and you could see the outline of all of my veins from my neck to my chest to down my arms, and this happened as they were delivering me.
So it was pretty much like a fungus on the soup?
Yeah, it must have been some sort of film. The soup was older than what I thought it was.
You're gross.
I know!
Eating your scum soup.
The scum soup did it to me.
Wow, that's filthy. All right, thank you so much. 866-277-4969, 866-277-4969. What else is really weird is, you don't have to be born with allergies. They could just come on to you at different times of your life. Like a lot of people, they're fine with shellfish. They get into their 30s, and suddenly now they're terribly allergic to it.
My little brother had the one with the bee stings, which was really scary. He got stung by a bunch of bees when we went on vacation, and we're sitting there looking at him, and his face just sort of blowing up and really distorted like you would see in a movie.
I can pretty much understand a bee sting because that's something putting poison into you so that you would take it worse, but it's just food is food. Why should your body react to food? Crazy Jen just walked in.
All right, I got a story for you.
No kidding.
Yeah. I'm allergic to bees, right? If I get stung, I blow up. So I'm working at the donut shop, late at night. Yeah, and they got bees' nests all over. And I got to bring Benadryl to work with me because they're like, well, if you get stung, then you could either quit or whatever. So I had to take Benadryl because I needed the job.
It always ends pathetic. Every story just ends like it's a white trash confession.
It does. Every story will end with the sentence, because I needed the work.
I did. $8 an hour, you know?
All right, and then after that, we had to find a new place to live.
And I got free donuts.
Yeah, I understand, honey. That's really good. But, the bee sting thing, I can completely understand. That's a poison that you're just not able to fight off. Why a string bean should make your body freak out is just beyond me. Hey, Bill, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
Yeah, buddy, what can we do for you?
Yeah, I heard about the Jimmy Kimmel show last night. I actually didn't see it.
Yeah.
but I heard from a friend, and he said his face was pretty blown up.
Did he leave the show early?
I believe so.
Because that's a live television show. It's not like they do it 7 o'clock at night like the other shows.
Yeah, well, nobody watched it anyway, so I don't think anybody missed them.
Yeah, I'm not really picking up on a lot of calls on Jimmy Kimmel, but so far a friend of a friend saw it. Here's Flora, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, listen, I've got the worst allergic reaction to raw tomatoes, even in salad. It makes my whole tongue break out in these huge bumpy hives. It's like totally ribbed for his pleasure.
Now, you, calm the mouth, listen. You can eat cooked tomatoes.
Yes, I can eat salsa, but it's like raw tomato, forget about it. My whole tongue looks like a big dill pickle.
I would be forced to constantly try to sneak tomatoes to you. I'm so interested in it.
Yeah, it's a nice little gift, I guess.
Yeah, it's
when
pretty
the time's right.
Yeah, when the time's right.
I'm trying to be SCC friendly here.
I know. I would love to have you over, give you a tomato, and then do that one thing you know how to do.
Bring me in for it. If you give me a tossed salad, I'm sure my tongue will blow up like nothing.
You want to come in and do it one night?
Oh, my gosh. That would be embarrassing.
This is with Big J-Dub's tongue. Then we'll have you debate J-Dubs, and we'll see who wins. All right, thanks, darling. Here's Jim. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I'm highly allergic to pecans.
Uh-huh.
And one time when I was in high school, a girl had some homemade cookies she was offering and said, have a cookie. I was like, does it have pecans? She's like, no. Well, it turns out that they did, and I ate one, so I ended up having to go to the emergency room and have my stomach pumped.
Now, every time you have food, you have to say, does this have a pecan in it?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
is there a danger of pecans?
With cookies or any kind of baked goods.
Any brownie? Oh, by the way, is there a pecan in there? No, you're fine.
He's asking it about grilled cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, because you don't know. A lot of people, they think, hey, a pecan would go nice here. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Hey, I had 2 quick stories. First, my brother and I, we watched the Jimmy Kimmel show, and he called because I was at work. He called and told me what was going on, that gradually through the show, his face started to swell up, and at first it looked like he had that it looked like he was on steroids because his eyes looked like they were sinking in the back of his head, but it was just his face was swelling up and his eyes started bugging out, and he said it was pretty damn nasty. He didn't record it for me. I wish he did. I asked him to record the show for me when I went to work, but he never did, and he just said it was pretty damn nasty. They had to take him off the air, and they just ended up running like best of. But I was also going to say that as a child, I was never allergic to pepperoni, and then I didn't know that I had become allergic to pepperoni because I hadn't eaten pizza in, I don't know, probably 5 years, and then I had a slice of pepperoni, and I just started getting violently ill, and they had to rush me to the emergency room, and that's how they told me that, well, all of a sudden you're allergic to pepperoni.
Yeah.
I never even knew about it.
Yeah, and I've never even heard of anyone allergic to pepperoni.
See, that's not fair. When you weren't allergic and now you are.
And how does that happen? Why would you just suddenly become allergic to pepperoni or shellfish? Gerald, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Love the show.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, your body is known to change every 5 years, so you can automatically become allergic to something.
Yeah, okay, so you're saying all the cells in your body kind of change or whatever?
Exactly, every 5 years. I have a nephew who couldn't touch a peanut. Couldn't touch it. If he touched it, they'd have to fly him out in a helicopter. But, yeah, your body is subject to change.
If he even bumped up against the peanut, he's in big trouble.
Big trouble. He picked up a peanut that he thought was a rock in school, and they took him right from the school to Washington, to Children's Hospital Center.
Here's what's so scary about that. You go to a ball game. A guy behind you is enjoying a peanut. The shell hits the back of your neck, and suddenly you're violently sick.
Yep, it's that scary. Honest to God, it's that scary.
Yeah. All right, I miss Dill Pickle Tongue. She was my favorite caller. The fact that her mouth gets ripped is very, very exciting to me. 866-277-4969. Scott, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I got a buddy of mine that was he's a DC cop, and I used to play softball with him, and he's allergic to peanuts. And the funny thing about people that are allergic to peanuts, it does one thing to you. it closes your esophagus, and you suffocate. I mean, it's ridiculous. So he comes home one night, and his wife always marked everything. You know, Mark, don't eat this because, you know, it's got peanuts in it or peanut oil. There was one brownie on the table, and it didn't have any markings on it, so he ate it. I mean, 15 minutes later, he's getting medevac, you know, out to Fairfax Hospital.
All from an effing peanut.
Yeah, no, it's not even a peanut. Peanut oil. Because the oil in the brownie was peanut oil.
So there's not even a whole peanut in there.
No, it's literally the oil in the nut that the people are allergic to. It's not the nut itself. It's actually the whatever. There's something in the oil that people are allergic to.
Why don't you just have peanut butter? Oh, because of the oil.
Oil.
Just peanut. All right, just tell him to wait 5 to 7 years. All the cells in his body's change. All right, so that's the gimmick, Fez. Within 7 years, you have all new cells in your whole body, right?
Right.
Here's what I don't understand then. How do we still remember things? Won't those cells be gone? Or do they somehow transfer over memory? Well, you would think every 7 years people would be going, where'd you go to middle school? I can't tell you. I'm 24 now, so middle school is completely gone for me.
Yeah, if you're getting all new brain cells along with everything else, why doesn't everything just disappear on you?
It's got to have some kind of a transformation of energy, or else we'd be just tattooing things down like where we grew up, what our teacher's name was, would be all over our arms and our chests.
Well, tomorrow's my 7-year anniversary. I just wanted to say goodbye to you. And I'll be meeting you tomorrow, but I just wanted to let you know the past 7 years have been just great.
And I'll be going like this. Oh, Fez, congratulations. Here's your wife, Crazy Jen. You two have been married for the last 7 years.
That's a really scary thought, huh?
Yeah, I would probably remember that.
And you would not be able to get away with it, Fez, until all the cells in her brain changed, and then you could just leave her on a corner.
That would happen a little more quickly, I think, than 7 years.
Yeah, yours would be every 7 minutes, about as long as your longest set.
That's my 7-year itch.
They're always growing.
That's your 7-year bitch just hanging around with you. Here's TR. TR, you're on Fez.
Hey, this one's good for you. It's cold urticaria, or you're allergic to items that are cold or are going outside in the cold.
I get this a little bit. I'll start to break out if I stay in the ocean too long. If I've been, like, body surfing all day and where you don't come back out of the water, and all of a sudden I'll start scratching myself. I'll look down and I'll just have this rash, and as soon as I get out, dry off in the sun, about an hour later it'll be gone.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, and same thing will happen if I stay out in the snow too long.
Now, I get this thing sometimes with my tattoo, where the outline of the tattoo, the black lines, will all of a sudden rise up like welts. But it follows exactly the black lines, the outline of my tattoo, and it rises up like a hive.
All right, I'm looking that up on the... When did you get the tattoo?
I got the tattoo probably a little over a year ago.
All right, I'm Googling this, and it's only the black outline?
Mm-hmm.
All right, supposedly that reacts to the homo gene.
What?
And since you're not gay, it shouldn't be a problem. All right, I've never heard of this before. Let me check with White Riot, who's just tattooed head to toe.
Yeah, it does happen. I got it just the other night, and I don't really know for sure what it is. I think it might be an allergic reaction, but...
All tattooed people will occasionally have their tattoos start to stand up so much?
Yeah, it seems to happen more, too, with black, because the way that they do it, they push the ink in further, and it's a different kind of ink. So the color, like, if you have color in your arm, it doesn't happen there as much, but the black, it will happen to. That happened to me just the other night.
Do you guys ever have tattoos? See them to yourself, I've got ink under my skin, this is so dirty, and I want to just wash it off. That's the main reason why I won't get a tattoo, is that it just seems like there's ink under your skin, and the natural reaction would be to want to scrub it off.
The first one I got was all over my right forearm, and the morning after when I woke up and I saw it in the mirror, I'd kind of forgotten that I did it. I did have that same kind of thing of I must be filthy, I got to go clean this off, and then I remembered, yeah, it's permanent.
Yes, sometimes when I see you guys, I'm just thinking, God, that's dirty. Not so much like you were dirty, but just you've got ink in your skin. Maybe I take it a little too literal. All right, so we need a spy report on that. Why a tattoo would raise up from just time to time. When does it happen to you, Fez? Any particular times?
No in particular time. I'll just notice that my arm gets kind of itchy, and I'll be rubbing it.
You were saying when it rains sometimes that happens.
Oh, yeah.
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 Is it the same thing when it rains, Wonder Boy?
Yes, but I noticed that the last time Fez mentioned it, mine was fine, so I don't know.
So it doesn't happen to every person.
I don't think it's consistent.
At the same time, but you think sometimes when it's like humid or rainy.
I felt like I've noticed it when it was humid.
All right, if any tattoo people know about that, we got to take a break right now. All you tattoo monkeys, 866-277-4969. If you're not feeling too filthy and you want to pick up the phone.
I've never felt the need to scrub.
But you know, like if you had ink on your arm, you'd feel really dirty the next day. And then it's ink under your skin. It is kind of a dirty thing. All right, we're going to take a break. 866-277-4969. It's WJFK. It's the Ron and Fez Show.